The Kansas City Chiefs just got some injury news from head coach Andy Reid before playing the Houston Texans. You guys are listening to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy. I'm a local Kansas City-based content creator who covers this Chiefs team on a daily basis, and the best way you guys can show support is by hitting the like button on this video and subscribing for more daily Chiefs coverage. We got a trio of injury updates from head coach Andy Reid. Why don't we start off with the biggest one, that Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes will be good to go on Saturday, and he will start against the Houston Texans. So 6 days after suffering a mild high ankle sprain, he is going to play against one of the best pass rushes in football with Danielle Hunter and a guy like Will Anderson Jr. of the Houston Texans. They've got two guys that got double-digit sacks on the season. That is a scary thing, but Patrick Mahomes feels like he is good enough to go. And the thought process all week from this coaching staff is that if Patrick Mahomes was medically cleared to play, he would play. And he was medically cleared by the doctors. And we got this report from Adam Teicher of ESPN on Thursday saying the Chiefs listed Mahomes on their final injury report of the week without a game designation, which means he will play against the Texans. So this isn't really a surprise. We've known that he's going to play for the past couple of days. But it does surprise me that the Chiefs are going to put QB1 out there on a short week on a bum ankle against one of the best pass rushes in football. I personally disagree with that, but I'm not the head coach and I'm not making these decisions. So hopefully Patrick Mahomes can go out there at 80 to 85%, not re-aggravate that injury, and be good to go again on a short week against the Pittsburgh Steelers on Christmas. Because the Chiefs are going to play on Saturday and then have a very quick turnaround and play Wednesday afternoon against a scary pass rush with TJ Watt and the Pittsburgh Steelers that are a playoff team. So the best case scenario is that Mahomes goes into this game at 70 to 85% healthy, and he does not sustain any more setbacks to that injury. Hopefully he does not re-aggravate it, because if he does, the Chiefs could be in some trouble. But Patrick Mahomes is good to go. He is going to start on Saturday against the Texans. Now, the second injury update is also a good one. And it's also very similar to what we've been hearing over the past couple days, that wide receiver Hollywood Brown is expected to play on Saturday against the Texans. So the Chiefs are going to have their starting quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, and their number 2 wide receiver, Hollywood Brown, make his 2024 Chiefs season debut on Saturday against a Texans defense that has been pretty good. So the Chiefs are getting great news injury-wise. At least 2 out of the 3 updates are positive. And they're going to have a guy in Hollywood Brown make his debut who can change this offense. He's got game-breaking speed, but I think an element that nobody else is talking about is that just his route tree is going to help other guys get open. Xavier Worthy, DeAndre Hopkins, Travis Kelce, Noah Gray, they are going to benefit from Hollywood Brown playing in this game because he is going to alleviate some of that pressure. He's going to take a defensive back with him because Hollywood Brown, even though he hasn't played all season, that speed, that talent, it demands respect. The Texans have to put a guy on him, maybe a couple guys on him, because if they don't, he's capable of hurting them. So Hollywood Brown is going to have a chance to play in this game, finally get those active game reps that you just can't simulate in practice. And he is one of the very few Chiefs players on this team that desperately needs to play so he has those reps going into the playoffs. Because right now, I mean, he's going into this game essentially cold. He suffered that shoulder injury in the preseason, and he's been running around, but he hasn't caught any live passes. And so this is a chance for him to get those game reps, get back into football shape, get used to running routes for Patrick Mahomes and finding those soft spots in the coverage, maybe having him go on a couple go routes, have him go vertical and find some space downfield. But I do think that out of all of the players that need to play going forward, Hollywood Brown needs those reps. And so the fact that he is playing on Saturday is a massive addition to this offense, and hopefully he can kind of help solve some of the offensive woes. Now, the final injury update, and it's not really much of an update, but we just did get a report from Nate Taylor of The Athletic. The Chiefs expect left tackle DJ Humphries to be ready to go on Christmas Day against the Steelers, barring any major setbacks. Now, I will say, and this is no shade towards Nate Taylor of The Athletic, I think that he is fantastic at what he does, but I don't think that DJ Humphries is going to try to play on Christmas when he hasn't practiced the last 2 weeks after suffering a hamstring injury, after tearing his ACL last year. He was not even able to play one full game as a starting left tackle for this team, and the Chiefs are going to try to get him back into practice and good to go on 4 days' notice. He has not practiced since he injured that, hamstring against the Chargers a couple of weeks ago. And the expectation is for him to practice on Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday if they hold a practice on Tuesday, and then play on Wednesday. I just don't know if that's going to be the case, which sucks because I think that, like we were talking about with Hollywood Brown, DJ Humphries is one of those guys that needs those game reps. He has not played a lot of football over the last year and a half, and he definitely hasn't blocked for Patrick Mahomes before. So getting those reps as the starting left tackle, it's crucial. It's important. And if he doesn't get to play on Christmas, then I don't know how much of an opportunity he's going to get in the playoffs. Because the question that I will pose to you guys is, who would be the better starting left tackle in a playoff game? Joe Thuney, who has played every game this season and looked quite all right against Myles Garrett at left tackle, or would you rather have DJ Humphries, who is coming off of a hamstring injury, and maybe he only plays one more game this season. Maybe he plays 2, but the likelihood is that he'll probably play 1 game this season against the Denver Broncos in that final game of the season. Who would you rather have start at left tackle? The Chiefs would probably go with Joe Thuney. Joe Thuney is starting this week against the Houston Texans. They're completely out on Wanya Morris, and for good reason. I think that Joe Thuney gives you the best chance to win. But that's why it's so important that you finally get DJ Humphries some game reps, because if he doesn't get those in the next week and a half, 2 weeks, he's not playing. I don't care how good he is on paper. He hasn't proven it. He has not shown it in this offense, and he also hasn't proven the fact that he can play an entire game without getting hurt. And so I don't think that the Chiefs can rely on DJ Humphries to be a consistent starter with all this injury, history in question. So how are the Chiefs going to navigate around this? So according to the report from Nate Taylor, he should start on Wednesday against the Steelers, barring any setbacks. The issue, he's had everything but progression. He's been having setbacks seemingly every day because he hasn't practiced. He has not practiced in 2 weeks, and I don't think it's realistic that after quite literally sitting and not getting those practice reps, he is going to start in maybe the biggest game of the season against the Pittsburgh Steelers that has an insane pass rush by one of the best edge rushers in football with TJ Watt. I don't know if he is going to get the nod, and honestly, guys, I think you could make the case that DJ Humphries shouldn't get the nod if he is not fully healthy and ready to go, because you can't throw him out there if he's still banged up, because he's just going to hurt this team. So I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. What do you think of this situation? Do you think that DJ Humphries will play on Christmas? And do you think that's the right move? Because I could definitely make the argument that Joe Thuney should probably be the starting left tackle as we continue to go on. But that's all I've got for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button on this video and subscribe for more daily Chiefs coverage. I have been on this channel each and every single day, giving you guys all the news and updates. And the best thing you guys can do to show support is by hitting the like button on this video and subscribing for more daily Chiefs coverage. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching this video. And as always, go Chiefs.